It's easy to get confused about this, especially because exemptions often differ from law to law. But essentially, entity level exemptions apply to an entire organization. If a business qualifies for an entity level exemption, it means the entire business is exempt from complying with certain state privacy laws. This usually takes place when an organization is already subject to a law that limits how they can process personal data. You'll see this a lot of times with financial institutions or healthcare providers. Certain financial institutions that are already regulated by Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act or GLBA have exemptions from state level privacy laws, or could. And then healthcare companies are often regulated by HIPAA, so they can often have exemptions as well at the entity level. But the data protected by the GLBA or HIPAA is kind of narrow: healthcare data or financial data. An organization subject to those laws probably processes a lot of data outside of which is protected by those. That's why some state level privacy laws apply a data level exemption for those organizations. So, what that means is that only the data that's protected by laws like the GLBA or HIPAA is exempt, not the entire organization. So, they'll still need to comply with the privacy law for the data that falls outside of the scope of the GLBA or HIPAA. If we look at California's Consumer Privacy Act as a good example, they provide data level exemption for GLBA covered organizations, and they offer entity level exemption for organizations covered by HIPAA.